Hello, good afternoon, everyone. We're thrilled to welcome you today to today's groundbreaking webinar, Pioneering Tomorrow Data Analytics and Cybersecurity in the Age of AI, hosted by Data House and Evvolabs. I'm Sophia, Data House Business Development Executive, and I'll be your host for this exciting webinar today. I'd like to extend a special hello to our participants joining us from Singapore, Vietnam, and also I saw one from Philippines. Welcome. We appreciate your presence and we're delighted to have a diverse audience to share this learning experience with us. So in this rapidly evolving digital age, data analytics and cybersecurity have taken center stage. We find ourselves at the crossroads where harnessing the power of data and safeguarding our digital realms have never been more crucial. But don't worry, we've got you covered through this webinar. Before we begin, let me give you a brief overview of the companies behind this webinar today. Data House brings nearly 50 years of experience and knowledge to the table. With our headquarters nestled in vibrant city of Honolulu, Hawaii, we have established ourselves as leaders in delivering innovative solutions that drive digital transformation. We have expanded to additional 5 offices in American Samoa and Vietnam. Our journey in Vietnam initiated in 2019, and today we have opened 4 development centers in Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang, Binh Duong, with over 300 members in Vietnam. Our, ex- our extensive experience has honed our team's capabilities in delivering cutting-edge technologies and services, allowing businesses to effectively harness the power of data and unlock their potential. Our partner, Evvolabs, is a leading provider of digital transformation and corporate technology services in Singapore. The company offers a wide range of services, including advisory and consulting, artificial intelligence, blockchain, BPO cloud, cybersecurity, IoT, media, mobility, and system integration. Evvolabs helps both public and private sectors organizations streamline their workflow and make the most of disruptive technologies. From design to build training to operation, the company provides seamless and effective solutions and application to customers across all industries. With a focus on innovation and commitment to helping businesses thrive in their digital age, Evvolabs is a trusted partner for organizations looking to transform the way they work. Today's webinar marks an important milestone as Data House and Evvolabs join forces in a partnership initiative focused on promoting secure by design IT solution. This partnership aims to address the growing concerns surrounding data security and ensure that businesses can confidently embrace digital innovation without compromising on their security. So, over the next 1.5 hours, we will be your companions on this incredible journey, and together we'll explore how data analytics shapes modern businesses, uncover the mind blowing ways AI transform data analysis, and dive deep into ever important world of cybersecurity. So here we are, and there are several ground rules to ensure the smooth delivery of this webinar. So we kindly request that you please mute your microphones and utilize the chat feature to interact with fellow participants or the speakers. Yeah, thank you. And also, we want this to be still to be an interactive experience. So please don't hesitate to ask questions throughout the event. We're using Slido app. So on screen, you can see the interface of Slido app. Also, we're going to have a quiz game session using this app as well. So just simply open a new tab on your internet browser or your phone. Click on the link that my colleague just shared in the chat box. If you can locate the link on the chat box and you can click, and then you'll arrive in the landing page. Also, you can vote for other people's question, so we can first address the most voted question. Okay. So you can still check on the chat box to find the link to Slido app. Okay, so we are going to talk through the agenda today. Yep. We'll go over what we'll be covering during our time together. So at the beginning of the session, we have the welcome session, warm up, introducing yourself on the chat box, and also introduce both organizers of the webinar. And next, we'll dive into the first topic of the day that will be delivered by Data House representatives and followed by Q&A session. After that, we'll move on to the second topic of the day delivered by Evvolabs, and then we'll followed by the Q&A session again. Yeah. And then at the end of the session, we have prepared an exciting quiz game to test out what you've learned today. Two winners of the game will be rewarded with exciting gifts as shown on your screen. Yeah, the exciting gift. We have smartwatch, tumbler, exclusive Data House merchandises, and also voucher that can be used in Singapore or in Philippines as well. Yeah. Okay. Very exciting. So everyone, you can still text on the chat box. Don't hesitate. And now we'll get to know our speakers today. So we have Alwyn, a senior consultant at Evvolabs PTE Ltd. He's a key member of Evo's consultancy team that provides CISO, DPO, AAS, and cybersecurity consulting services for Cyber Essentials, Cyber Trust Mark, Mass TRM compliance, and ISO 27701 certification to our customers. A certified PMP, he has more than 20 years experience of leading functional and metrics team in the areas of strategic planning, project change, and risk management. He has a proven track record of overseeing organizational work planning, crisis team responses, management retreats, corporate dashboard, and horizon scanning. Outside of work, he's passionate about staying up to date with technology and trends, in particular AI machine learning, data analytics, and visualization UI UX. Next, representing Data House, we have our colleague Nhat Dang, PhD, data scientist lead. With a strong background in tech industry and a deep understanding of data analytics, Nhat brings a unique blend of expertise in our discussion. Nhat's abilities to analyze complex data and identify key insights has made him a trusted advisor within his field. With his comprehensive knowledge and deep understanding of both business and technology, we're confident that Nhat will provide invaluable insights and practical advice during today's session. So without further ado, let's dive into our first presentation, AI-enhanced data analytics, insights, and innovations at Data House by Nhat Dang. Nhat will uncover the latest advancement in AI technology and its transformative impact on data analytics. So over to you, Nhat.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm very happy to be here with you today. Thanks, Sophia. Thanks the marketing team at the Data House Asia and also Evvolabs for having me. I'm Nhat Dang, a data scientist at the Data House Asia. I have a background in applied mathematics and data science. Throughout my career, I had opportunity to work on several data science and data analytics projects in both academic and industrial environments. Today, I hope we can share and learn from each other about data analytics and cybersecurity. So the topic I want to share with you today is AI-empowered data analytics. Our session aims to give you the general overview of AI analytics and the benefits it could offer you. I'm going to walk you through the introductions of data analytics, AI, artificial intelligence. Then I continue with the comparison between traditional and AI-empowered data analytics. Finally, I will finish the talk by sharing the case studies in which we apply AI Empower Analytics at Data House Asia. So before we get into the theories, I invite you to play the role of John. So assuming we are John, okay? John is a data analyst at a retail company X. So because the current revenue as X is quite low compared with the previous month and the same period last year, his manager asked him for actions to increase company revenue in the following months. The company provides John with historical data on sales volume, revenue amount, inventory turnover, and customer feedback. Based on the provided data and his competencies, John needs to derive actionable insights and suggest informed decision to help company X increase its revenue. Let's tackle this problem with John to learn why data analytics is important, what it is, and how it works. To execute this task, can John rely on his intuition? So I think, yes, he can, right? But it's important to know that this approach is based on assumptions and feelings. So it would be quite risky for the company if they carry out what he suggests. On the other hand, John can utilize historical data to gain actionable insights and suggest informed decisions that could increase companies' revenue. To do that, John needs to leverage data analytics techniques. So that's why data analytics is important. So at now, you understand why data analytics activities are important. So let's explore what John needs to do in the data analytics process to comprehend what data analytics is. Here are 4 main steps in the data analytics process. We start with the data collection, transformation, and organization. Then exploring the trend and pattern in the data. In the next step, we make prediction based on these trends. And in the final step, we utilize some optimization techniques to derive actionable insights and informed decision. So let's see how John applied these steps to the problem we mentioned about. So firstly, John collects, transforms, and organizes historical data on revenue, sales volume, customer feedback, etc. Then he discovers the trends and patterns in the historical data by creating visual dashboards and reports. And then he finds the reason why the current revenue is quite low. In the third step, he makes predictions about revenue amount, sales volume, inventory turnover, and etc. And in the final step, based on the information from the step 2 and 3, John utilizes optimization techniques to determine actions that companies should take in order to increase its revenue. So, have you ever wondered how many types of data analytics there are? In the next section, we will explore how it all works. You can see on the screen, there's 4 types of data analytics. So, as you can see in the image on the screen, the most simple type is descriptive analytics. And the most difficult one is prescriptive analytics. So now I need your attention because I will give you 15 seconds to read the types of analytics on this image carefully. Are you ready for that? Okay. 3, 2, 1, start. Yeah, time's up. Thanks for your attention on these types of data analytics. John also read these types of data analytics carefully. So in next slide, we will dive into the details of each type and see how John can use them to tackle the problem. The first type of data analytics is descriptive analytics. As the name suggests, the purpose of descriptive analytics is to simply describe what has happened. So to carry out this type of analytics, John utilizes some BI tools to create dashboard and reports from historical data on revenues, on sales volume, customers feedback, for example. From this dashboard and report, he tried to find the trends and patterns in this data. But it's not what he wants, right? Because he wants something like actionable insight and informed decision. So let's introduce him the second type of data analytics. It's diagnostic analytics. It takes the insight from descriptive analytics to dive deeper to understand why something happened. So from the trends and patterns John found in descriptive analytics, he utilizes data mining skills, root cause analysis, what if analysis to explain why the revenue has decreased or why the negative customer feedback number has increased. However, he still not resolved the problem yet, right? So let's help him move forward with the third type of analytics. It's predictive analytics. It seeks to predict what will happen next based on historical data. John leveraged what he found in the descriptive and diagnostic analytics and the technique in predictive modeling, regression analysis, pattern matching to make predictions on revenue amount, sales volume, etc. John is closer to his goal, but it seems he needs something more, something more powerful to definitely tackle the company's problem. So it's predictive analytics. Predictive analytics looks what has happened, why it's happened, and what might happen to determine what should we be done next or how can we make it happen. Based on the detected trends in historical data, the discovered reason for these trends, the predictions about revenue amount, sales volume, John derived the list of actionable insight and informed action that the company should take to increase revenue by using the technique like optimization technique and rule-based approach. So voila, John already found what he needs to tackle the problem. So it's prescriptive analytics. But when dealing with a huge workload of data processing, a large volume of data, unstructured data as voice, text, images, and some other difficulty, how John can manage them effectively. So that's why we need something to help to support him, right? So yes, it's obviously AI, a very common tool nowadays. Before we explore how AI empowers data analytics, let's find out what is AI and which AI techniques are commonly used in data analytics. So AI, or artificial intelligence, is a broad field of computer science that focuses on teaching computers to sense, reason, react, and learn like human. It's a very simple definition of AI. So let's move on to the AI techniques that are commonly applied to data analytics. The first technique is machine learning. It's the most popular branch in AI. It is the practice of training a computer system to make accurate predictions by learning from data provided to it. It's often called training data. The second one is computer vision. That is also the subfield of AI. It enables computer systems to derive meaningful information from visual inputs like images, like videos. And the last one is natural language processing, or NLP. Similar to computer vision, NLP is also a subfield of AI, but it deals with the text and speech. So up to now, I just covered the introduction of data analytics and AI. In the next part, we will figure out how AI empowers data analytics by observing how John executes his work before and after he leverages AI. So instead of manually creating report, building dashboard, and decoding the pattern in the historical data, AI empower analytics automate this work for John. Since AI analytics can automate the data analysis process, so John can handle a large amount of data. Sometimes I call it big data. With traditional analytics, John is only able to analyze structured data as an Excel spreadsheet. However, with AI techniques, he can also handle unstructured data, such as text of customer reviews, voice of customer feedback via phone, images of inventory status in the warehouse. And normally, John executes data mining by writing SQL queries. However, with AI-empowered analytics, he can query data by natural language, like in the video I will show you here. Here is the video from Amazon QuickSight Q. Instead of writing SQL code to query data, John can use his natural language to do it. Even he can create the charts by English. I will play again. Okay. So I just compare the techniques between traditional and AI-empowered data analytics through what John has done before and after he applies AI techniques into his work. So let's see the benefits John and his company received when utilizing AI-empowered data analytics. So by employing AI-empowered analytics, John assists his manager in quickly and accurately spotting trends, patterns, outliers that indicate the potential opportunities and risk mitigation. AI analytics enables John to enhance his company's customer experience through personalized recommendations and improve service by analyzing customer data to identify preferences and adapt offerings accordingly. And last one is improve efficiency and productivity. By utilizing AI analytics, John helps his company in boosting the operational efficiency and productivity by automating tasks and streamlining processes. I would like also to introduce you some AI analytics tools for your reference. As you can see in the screen, you will find some familiar ones like ChatGPT, Power BI Q&A, Tableau, as well as other highly useful tools like Amazon QuickSight or Monkey-Learn. So in next slide, I will show you some case studies in which we apply AI-powered data analytics in Data House Asia. The first one is automatic reporting. We built this solution for a government client. This solution helps the client automatically generate and share reports to selected people on a predefined time interval, and especially get real-time insights based on the changes in the data source. The second case study is dashboard generation by natural language. We leverage Amazon services to help our clients explore their data source, building dashboard without programming skills by natural language. Furthermore, our clients can forecast and gain additional insights into future trends and the causes of the past trends. And the last one is real-time automatic fraud detection. This solution is for an insurance client. Every year, this client has thousands of user registrations and millions of claim submissions. So our solutions help them to automatically detect if a new user is fake or a claim was submitted wrongly in real time. I will finish my talk by sharing with you some highlight points in the data analytics services in Data House Asia. We provide you with everything you need to build a data analytics solution, from data collection, data management, data transformation, machine learning modeling, deployment, system maintenance, etc. We have more than 45-year experience in digital transformation, especially in e-government and healthcare. By leveraging cutting-edge technologies like AI, Data House Asia stays at the forefront of the industry, ensuring that our clients benefit from the latest advancement in the data analytics. So during my talk, I introduced you to data analytics and AI. I also compare the traditional and AI in power analytics. Finally, I show you some case studies in which we apply AI techniques in Data House Asia. So thanks a lot for your attention. So if you have any questions, I'm always ready to discuss them with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Sophia.
Thank you so much, Nat. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for an incredible, insightful presentation. I'm sure our attendees have a lot of questions now and would love to, discuss deeper on this topic. Yeah. But before, I'd like to welcome newcomers who just joined our webinar today. Welcome. If you haven't submit your questions through Slido app, you can also still do so to right now. And we have a couple of questions already, so we can address them one by one. So first on our screen here now is, sorry if I can pronounce it correctly, Bitte? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for organizing the event. What are the biggest challenges and opportunities for businesses in the adoption of AI-enhanced data analytics? Yeah, if Nyat could address this question first.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thanks for your question, Victor. Yeah, I have to say that because AI is not new in the world, but in Vietnam, I don't know if you ask it's in Vietnam or in general. I will answer it in Vietnam first, because I've with my experience working with the people is the most difficult one, because we need to educate them how AI can help them. So the biggest challenge is the first biggest challenge is about the people, about the stakeholder who are not ready to adapt AI. And the second one is I think this is about the human resource, because here the labor here in Vietnam. So to find some data analysts or the people who has appetite to tackle the complicated data analytics problems is not much. So it's also about the people, right? And the third one, I think, is about the finance budget, because apply AI is quite cost consuming. So that's the biggest challenges I want to say. About opportunities, of course, here, like I show, you remember on the slide I show the like something like automatic unstructured data, big data. So I think that's also the benefits we can get to use after we utilizing data analytics with AI. Yeah, I don't know if my question, my answer already satisfies you, Vicky.
Yeah, thank you, Nyat. And if there's any more questions, please feel free to still submit it on Slido app, and we can address them again on the next session. The next question we have in line, let me read it aloud. So, as a data analyst interested in leveraging AI, what skills or knowledge areas you would recommend focusing on to stay relevant and contribute effectively in this field?
Yeah, it's a great question. Like that's what I'm doing, and I really want to do with my team members. Like I think you already use ChatGPT sometimes to analyze data or to ask some general question. So um, now, if you're like data analyst, you're like mid level analyst from mid level, you can use some generative AI tools to push your performance. I think so. That's the first one because I don't suggest you to learn machine learning in theory. I think now because the generative AI or large language model tools out there a lot of, so you can leverage the tools first, and later on if you want to find out more how it works and you want to move to like the data scientist, you can learn machine learning or I mean the theory. So yeah, this is my answer.
Well, thank you. We could probably address one more questions, the ones that most voted. Well, the screen is changing. Okay, yeah. So how can developers take advantage of available sources from AI generative platforms in coding, but still secure their product?
I don't know, it's question for me or I don't know, like okay, I think okay, so I think I suppose that the developers analysts, okay, so maybe that you want to use generate AI tool to analyze to help him to analyze the data. So I think yeah now for my team, for example, with my team members, I don't recommend them to use the client's data directly on ChatGPT or generative AI tools. So I just tell them that okay, make the some like mocking data to use on this open source. Oh, sorry, transit to the chatbot or on the last.
Landscape. So let's warmly welcome Alwin to share his invaluable knowledge and insights with us. So over to you, Alwin.
Yep. Thank you, Sophia and Nyat. Can you hear me? Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Elwin, Senior Consultant in Evvolabs. Maybe we can start with the slides. Yeah, next slide. Yeah. So imagine a world where cyber threats are no longer the work of mere humans, but orchestrated by AI. These assaults will spread across multiple continents and languages, adapting rapidly against existing detection and protection measures. Next. Yeah, so AI will create deepfake videos, images, and emails, mimicking senior management. These attacks will exploit the trust we place in seeing and hearing our leaders and colleagues. So when staff click on the emails or reply to messages from so-called leaders, this will lead to malware infiltration. Next. So once initial access has been given, the damage will go deeper. The malicious packages will actually hijack enterprise AI systems, like what? Then they will cause the chatbots to hallucinate, lie, and steal information from unsuspecting customers. So the end result is actually damage to the company's reputation, and potentially sensitive customer data can be put at risk or even lost. Next. So even for AI, multiple accounts can actually be used to propagate false information, create fake websites, inject malicious code to poison developer environments. I think Nat shared just now about training data as well and machine learning. So when you poison the samples, you actually have bad training data, which leads to bad data all the way. And then when you end up having machine services, you will actually have poor or malicious information because of this poison developer environments, data models. And as a result of the fake websites, you also will get incorrect or dangerous information from your search or SEO engines. So I think what I'm trying to put up is what's alarming is that this is actually not a work of science fiction. So something like it's going to happen in 5 or 10 years. But with today's generative AI, right? Like chat, OpenAI, quantum computing, where you speed up a lot of your computing powers and hyper-fast internet connections. This is actually the future of weaponized AI. So it is not tomorrow, it's actually happening today. Yeah. Next slide. So just to provide a real-life world example, Clorox company from US, it was recently hit by a cyber attack in August. So that was actually just 2 months ago. After falling victim, Clorox reported last month that its net sales will decrease by 23% due to the after effects of the cyber attack. And it will take approximately a quarter to actually recover. Next. So how do we then deal with it? So I think in this evolving digital realm or landscape, companies actually need to have this high wire performance over treacherous waterfalls, where they must actually carefully balance between two opposing forces. On one side, you see on the left, you need to look at security, confidentiality, integrity, reputation of the company's information. You need to protect them. On the right side, you see that you have actually encountered external pressure that will force the company. You need to open, you need to innovate, you need to be flexible, you need to have good user experience. And that requires a lot of openness, a lot of fast-moving stuff, something that's quite challenging. And this balancing act that you see is actually complicated by ever-present dangers in the middle, such as zero-day vulnerabilities, human error, and of course, irresponsible use of AI. So what do we then do? Next slide. So to effectively manage this dilemma, here are some steps we recommend companies can take. First step is actually to understand the security landscape for your company. You need to stay updated on the latest threats, vulnerabilities, and attack techniques. Second, you need to identify and prioritize your critical assets and data. So not every information is equally valuable. So you just need to focus on securing your most important ones. Third, identify the gaps and vulnerabilities to make sure that your company is well prepared to face the emerging threats. Fourth, you need to minimize your external attack surface to reduce your exposure. Fifth, implement monitoring and alert systems to detect and respond to threats in real time, because early detection can make the difference between containment and a full-blown breach. So if you are able to detect your intrusion early, you can actually contain them fast, and you can actually prevent a full-blown data breach from occurring. Six, invest in staff awareness. I think this is something that people tend to take for granted. And training and promoting good cyber hygiene actually can help employees recognize potential threats. And lastly, in the event that a data breach actually occurs, you need to have a solid incident response and business continuity plan in place. So having access to forensic and incident response services will also be crucial. Okay. So after you have done it, what do you do next? So next slide. So to measure how well your company has managed some of these threats, you may wish to consider adopting a recognized industry benchmark like ISO 27000 or SOC 2. So this actually provide a framework for our management systems, and standards like this, in our opinion, can actually bring down overall security costs by reducing mitigation costs, align your operations internally, externally, together with your vendors and stakeholders, and actually to cultivate a resilient organization. Next. So given the evolving threat environment and the wide range of companies and industries, I think that is attending this webinar as well, a one-size solution will not fit all, and you actually need to have a trusted partner to walk this journey. It is not just beneficial for the company, but also necessary. Next. Yep. So this one, I will not elaborate, but if you are keen to know more, feel free to reach out to us. This is actually a suite of services and an overview of how we can work with our customers or have been working with our customers over the last decade. Okay, next. So these are some of the trends that we are looking at and we can expect over the next few years. So firstly, like I mentioned, there will be increasing AI, and it will actually not be just AI to human, but because of the speed and the veracity, we will be looking at AI versus AI. So there will be increasing AI-led attacks, and we'll actually be pitting malicious AI against AI-driven detection and response systems. So this new frontier actually highlights the escalation, sophistication of threats and the need for companies to have equally advanced defense mechanisms. Secondly, the companies will also be facing stricter compliance requirements and harsher penalties for data breaches. So what we are seeing is that ensuring compliance nowadays will no longer be a legal obligation, but also to maintain stakeholder trust. Because what happens is that when you do not comply, stakeholders may not be able to trust you as much. Okay. Third, cost consciousness, because like I said, when there is a lot of increased compliance requirements, the companies will tend to set up a bit more stricter budget, and it potentially will lead to a fragmented approach on cybersecurity, because probably you're looking for the lowest code for all your testings and even for your systems and installations, etc. So there is a risk that this will actually lead to a decrease in efficiency, and there will be greater complexity in managing your cybersecurity solutions. Okay. So we anticipate the industry will continue to grapple with shortage of skilled professionals. Having AI to automate some tasks may help, but like AI, you probably may need to help out, because this means relying on a different type of skilled professionals. Yeah, next. Yeah, so in conclusion, we think there's no one-size-fits-all solution to these challenges. So depending on the company, depending on your customized need, we need to strike a fine balance between the business needs, technology trends, and emerging threats. So to achieve this, companies should work with a partner to navigate this security landscape together. So thank you for your time and attention. If you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Alwyn, for enlightening presentation. Now is the perfect time to engage in Q&A session. I encourage you all to reflect on Alwyn's presentation and submit any questions or comments you may have through our Slido app. So you can still click on the link. You can find it on the chat box. And we have a couple of questions submitted here, and we can address them one by one with Alwyn. So team, could you? Yeah, okay, right. So we can address the top one from to Alvin. Are there any specific regulations or compliance requirements that organizations should consider when developing and deploying AI systems?
Okay, maybe I will just share in context of the Singapore environment. So depending on your industry, say for example, for specific regulations, first we have PDPA. So we have a Personal Data Privacy Act in Singapore, which all companies must comply with. So the protection, the availability, and ability to remove the information of our customers. So there is. So the other regulation that we're looking at is also the TRM framework from MAS as well. So there is actually a section on data protection and privacy. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So next, what should the company do if a team member accidentally uses ChatGPT and exposes customer information and the customers are aware and affected?
I think it depends on what customer information has been divulged, because like I said, there are other regulations which is not just purely on personal data. Yeah, but I think what we'll do is that there should be SOPs and internal regulations against the use of ChatGPT.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. We have a couple of questions more, so I'll just quickly go through and we can address them. Next up, we have, can you shed light on the importance of data privacy and data protection when utilizing AI for cybersecurity purposes? And how do you address these concerns?
How can you share? Oh, I think the main concern about using AI, like I mentioned, is a whole. Sorry, maybe can I see the question again? Yeah. So like I said, for the use of cybersecurity, we look at the range, right? Just now I was sharing about the whole spectrum of range. So the first thing is probably anonymization. So like I said, if you want to share for cybersecurity or AI, we need to anonymize the information. We need to be specific as well for the use of AI. We need to be clear why you're going to use AI for. Is it for detection or is it looking for certain patterns? Yeah, but personally, I think using AI for cybersecurity, we have certain platforms that look at the logs, user logs. So they actually do anonymization. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Next one in line, we have, okay, what are some key consideration clients should keep in mind to ensure successful implementation and integration of AI-based cybersecurity solutions?
At this point in time, like I said, we need to go back to basics of what you want to protect first. So after you know what you want to protect, you must want to see your AI. You need to train your AI. Who are the people who have that access to this information? So you need to train the AI to say, okay, this maybe this small group of people, and when there are new people coming in, the AI must be able to detect these anomalies. So I think the anomalies will be something that we would want to look at. Like I said, we need to look at the integration holistically as well. How does this AI-based cybersecurity enhance the security posture of the entire suite to protect your company's assets?
Okay, Peter 5, thank you so much. We still have a couple of minutes left, so maybe we can still address two more questions. team, if you can scroll up a little bit, I saw there are 2 questions under the blue one. Okay. Sorry. What is or are the difference from traditional cybersecurity versus AI cybersecurity concerns?
Thank you for this question. This is the very tough question. I would say that it's very similar to maybe Nyat can answer. I think it's the velocity and the veracity. So like I said, I mentioned just now, from traditional cybersecurity, usually, like I said, it's probably from a few regions and is fairly localized. But when it comes to AI, it can come from anywhere in any different language, especially with, like I say, generative AI. I'm sure you all have tested, right? So how do you know it can come from, in terms of the hacking, it can come from Vietnam, it can come from US, it can come from Middle East, everywhere. As long as you have a VPN, anywhere it will come from many places, and it will probably come from many places at the same time. Yeah, so I think that is one difference. And second, is that with AI, it will actually try to adapt to your so-called, like what I mentioned just now about your defensive and protection systems. So if it doesn't it doesn't succeed, it will try to iterate. You can use AI to iterate in the various methods, and you try to circumvent the system. So so a quick answer is actually the speed and the way the attack will evolve.
Thank you. Yeah, Owen mentioned Yet also, and I saw you nodding. Would you like to add some more comments yet for addressing these questions? And starting from this point, maybe we can still address 2 more questions, but from both speakers, so everyone can chime in. Yeah, please, Yet.
Yeah, just one more point. I'm not I don't have a lot of experience on cybersecurity, but like what the case study we have done in the Asia is fraud detection. I think it's what kind of, I don't know if I'm wrong. Edwin, is it fraud detection? Is it a kind of cybersecurity? Like we here, instead of using the rule-based methods to detect is a new user effect or the new applied effects, you use AI AI can learn by themselves and from historical data. So yeah, from my side, I think that's a point I can put into the difference between the traditional and AI empowered cybersecurity.
Yeah, I think there's a move from rule-based to heuristic, and even like we mentioned, even using LLMs, right? When you try learning what are some of the patterns. So that's where data analytics will come in. You see, you test using a particular approach when you do a phishing, the way it's written, the way how it's written, like I said, when you do the spamming or the deepfaking, which senior management or individual do you use for your videos, the way they write? Do they write long emails, short emails? Yeah, so you can actually iterate it very quickly. And when they find success, the data, so-called your data analytics can also be able to detect and find this pattern is more successful, not only just within this company, but also perhaps in this region, in this country.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you both speakers. Next in line, we have, can you introduce some methods that your organizations communicate and train employees on cybersecurity?
Okay, so what we actually have managed services. So 2 things we do. We actually do phishing exercises, And we also do cybersecurity training, both online and offline as well, to educate people on some of the dangers. What are some of the features of ransomware? What's the difference between malware, ransomware, Trojan, etc. So I think this is the first one. But I think the first challenge that most organizations will face is the staff. The staff will say, no, I'm too smart. I will not get phished. So that is where we always conduct the first phishing to say, hey, you can actually fall for simple phishing exercises. And that's usually a wake-up call for employees to know that they are not as immune to phishing. Okay, then after that, that is where they become more receptive to training. We teach them how to recognize signs of phishing. So like things such as first looking at the subjects, right? Looking at the subject of the email. Second, you look at the email address itself, and you also look for even the email. You also look at whether the email headers and all the stuff, is it from authorized sources as well? Yeah. So these are simple but very effective ways of showing the people how we can avoid such malicious ware from coming into our organizations.
Yeah, thank you, Owen, for addressing the questions. Also, we have one question, intriguing questions on screen. Can AI do analysis faster than human?
Yeah, thanks for your question, Minh Hưng. Yeah, the final answer is it depends, right? So your analyst, but which level you are, right? You are a professor, you are junior or senior, and which kind of work you want to automate, you want to apply AI on. So like data processing, maybe it could, but later on, like their optimization techniques, I think we need to work. I mean, a lot of human work there. So I have answered it depends. Yep.
Okay. Very tricky question, yeah. Thank you. Thanks for answering. Okay, I think we've addressed the very first question on screen, and then we can move to Wang. Yeah. What is the biggest advantages of AI facing that you have to deal with it, and if there's any solution to resolve them? Right.
I don't know if he's asked this question in which kind of scenario. If I say how to do it. Yeah, I okay. For example, I suppose that he asked the question in data analytics field. The basic disadvantage of AI is because AI is depends mostly on data, right? So if you have the biased data, you will have the biased outcome. So this means AI, yeah, this is one of the biggest disadvantage of AI. So when you deal with this means you have to prepare your data really carefully, and yeah. So this is my answer for the question. I don't know if this question is also in cybersecurity, but yeah, you know.
What do you think, Alwyn? Would you be able to also address?
I think like I mentioned, the biggest disadvantage of AI is the information that you use to train. So you must trust the information that you need in order to build and train your AI. So like what I mentioned just now, worst case, when you poison the developer environments. So let's say, for example, for ChatGPT, it may start crawling or scraping websites saying that, let's say, 1+1 is 2, or particular who is the president of Singapore, etc. But let's say if you have sufficient numbers of fake websites saying that the president of Singapore is somebody else, what do you think the answer you will get from the AI? Your AI will not give you the correct answer because it was trained using the wrong answer. Likewise for cybersecurity as well. So if you tell people, oh, what is the best way to protect against hacking? You do nothing. Or maybe you install this, you go to this website and you download this application. This application will help you be able to protect against cybersecurity. You have hundreds of these fake websites, and when you ask your AI, what do you think the AI will reply you? Go to that website, download the app. So that is where I see the biggest disadvantage of AI is the training.
Okay. So I think this is also relate to the question we have here. How can we ensure data quality when there's so much fake information in the age of AI? Would that somehow relevant, or is there any additional comments you want to add to answer this question?
Okay, so maybe I can just share with what there are two things when you are doing the training of AI is when you have a human out of the loop and when you have a human in the loop. So I think personally for me, whenever you train the AI, you need to have someone looking over the AI when he's training. So I'm not sure whether Nyat, do you agree with me? Because it's like, just like a parent, because I'm a parent myself, I don't let my kid go all over the place trying to learn stuff, right? Read all the different books, go all to different websites, like watching YouTube. Then they talk about influencers, right? Bad influencers. I see that as AI. So when you have somebody watching over the child, which is like your AI little agent, basically because he's new and he's innocent, right? You don't go and let him explore because then he will learn the wrong things. So you need to have perhaps the curating of the training information. You will then require a trusted partner who knows that this is the right information to train. So yeah, so that's what I think will help us avoid the fake information.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree, Owen. As you know, with the what make ChatGPT different is they use the technology called reinforcement learning from human feedback. So this means now in the AI training, they have I remember they have more than 100 people with high knowledge. So they have to qualify, evaluate the output of the AI, and then the AI can learn from what from the human feedback. So that's what make ChatGPT is different from others. So yeah, so that's the human in the loop is one solution we can use to ensure we have the good outcome.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you everyone for actively participating in today's webinar and also for the valuable insights during the Q&A session. Thank you both speakers. I know we have more questions to address, but we will keep that and we'll